This is Manchester Voices, a podcast run by students at the University of Manchester.
Right, hello, this is Manchester Voices. We're Men's Mental Health Walk Society. Start with you, James. Start with everyone, see what the role is.
Yeah, I'm the president of the society, and we founded it just last year, so we're into our second year of running now.
Yeah.
Cool. Ollie?
Yeah, I'm Oliver. I'm the treasurer, so I manage all the money part side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting about that.
How do you feel about that, James, man? Do you trust him?
Yeah, he's pretty good. You know, he keeps us on track and everything. So.
Yeah, trying my best.
What about you, mate?
I'm Zach, and I'm the inclusions officer, making sure everyone's involved.
And I'm Declan, and I'm the outreach officer,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get some more people into the society, etc.
Yeah, trying to get us on some fresh faces.
Why were you encouraged to start it, boys? What was the plan to start with?
Well, it was last year. I was already doing hikes a lot with like friends and things, so it just felt like every time we'd finish one, everyone would always say I had a good time. That's really like it just made me feel better for the week. Or if someone was having a hard time, it made a world of difference. And so I just thought that we should be going out to a wider audience.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to these two at the time we were living together, and then these guys joined
Reached
in.
out, walked down the corridor.
Yeah, I walked down the corridor, knocked on the door. I was like, let's just get this going.
I've got an idea.
Got an idea,
Because
boys.
we went on walks beforehand, so we were like, why not make it into a society?
Well, no, it makes sense.
Get
so
everyone else
made
involved.
it bigger. Yeah. Well, no, I think I obviously I've only done 2 so far, but I've really enjoyed them, and it's nice to get new people on them too.
Yeah,
I mean, you already liked hiking, right? But like this weekend we had Bobby come along with us, and he's a proper city boy. And started, he was like, "Oh, I don't know about this," but it was nice because towards the end of the day, it was like that was just a time where I just didn't think about any of my modules at all. You're just there in like absolute abyss. Like it was so foggy the other day.
Yeah. Couldn't see anything.
And it's just like a nice 6 hours just with some new people, just absolutely chilling.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When we get people that are just always been living in cities, and then now they're living in Manchester and they got uni work and it's hard to find the time to get out, they always kind of seem to appreciate it the most, or also be the most hesitant as well.
Yeah.
And then they get out there and they're like, oh, it's actually just so nice, it's beautiful, and it's good chat, and it's actually a good time and everything.
It's a complete disconnect from everyday life, so it's perfect. Like you just forget about everything.
Yeah.
And just go on a walk.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely needed it on Sunday because we've got me and Declan doing the same course, and got midterm on today.
Literally
It's
2 days.
Yeah,
right
definitely
now.
needed for like a bit of a refresh. Yeah.
I'm not stressed at all the fact that we're spending an hour doing this, but not like we've got to hand it in at 3 p.m. or anything. But no, it is right. Even if you go, you're not guaranteed it's like having a breeze of a day. It's not like easy sometimes, but it's definitely worth just getting out and that sleep after. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
When you get back after like a
so
20k step day, deep inclines, all you want to do is just get in bed, and it definitely feels right.
Oh, I couldn't the other day. I had a gig after. So.
Gig after.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went the Ritz, saw the Marias.
Oh yeah, you was
My
on
mate had a
about.
ticket, so he was like, "Yeah, come along."
But I
That
would
was
have been
long.
stood still, bro. I wouldn't been able to jump up or down.
There were like sofas at the back at the top of the balcony, so I was just sat on that.
just sat on the sofa at the gig. Yeah, nice.
Everyone stood in front of me blocking the view, but I was like, I just listened to the music and just sit there.
No, well, we did get a lot of lads go out for like pints and stuff, like Nathan and that went
Yeah,
out for a
yeah.
pint afterwards and that. Sometimes, especially when I first started it, like I would definitely always want to go for a nice cold pint afterwards.
Yeah.
Now sometimes I'm just so tired, I'm just focused on getting everyone home, like
Yeah.
just everyone in the minivan. Let's go home.
I think when you get back.
The vote was funny the other day. We was on the corner and that I don't know where we were, and like 2 of the lads went for the pint.
At the
James
pub,
and,
Yeah, Nathan and
Nathan,
his
sorry.
mate.
Yeah, hands up if you want a pint. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going home.
So tired.
Bobby
yeah.
was like the boys were tempted, but it's just rather get home than other one. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice country pub. Like that little town we went through. There was like
It's
Yeah,
always,
Castleton.
it's always like
yeah,
that,
it's lovely.
Had
It's
the
lovely.
honesty shop and things.
Yeah,
like, it's
the
just
honesty
nice
shop,
little
that's
things
sweet.
like that. But
Yeah.
and then we did that one. We did that one where We did you weren't there for this, but we did like this milkshake one where we went, and it was them
Oh, yeah.
milk vending
Delicious.
machines.
Yeah. It's like raw milk out of the vending machines.
And
It's
you get like a little syrup.
Yeah, you get a syrup, you just shake it
choose
up.
your flavour. Cockshots Farm, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's called Cockshots Farm.
The milking parlour.
The
That's what it was
the
called.
milking
Nice.
parlour at Cockshots
Nice.
Farm. And that was a really good. We'll probably go back to that this
Yeah.
year because that was a really
That was
good
a good
time.
walk,
Everyone had
yeah.
a really good time on that one.
They're cool
so-
though. I know what you mean. The farm where they've got like the dispensaries and stuff. Yeah.
Should we move?
Sorry, yeah. Moving on.
Let's move on.
My bad.
So on to the mission and goals.
Mission and goals, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the ultimate goal? What would you two be satisfied with? Well, you as well. What would you be satisfied with, like at the end of the year?
I think right now, like legacy, kind of like I want it to
Yeah.
carry on after,
Yeah.
after we go.
Definitely.
We need to get some kind of like foundation for next year
Yeah, I mean,
when we're all gone.
yeah. I mean, that was the main reason for trying to bring you on, really. As
Yeah.
outreach officer was to be
Yeah.
like, let's try and get some freshers in and some second years in, people that can really get enthusiastic about it over the next year, and then just move into them positions because I want them to love it so much that they want to keep it going for the next generation of
course.
Yeah.
people coming.
I
to
don't want it to
university.
die straight away.
Yeah.
No, it
It's
would
like-
be sad. Yeah.
Like the photography society, that's been going on for like 85 something years.
Yeah,
Now it's like
yeah.
1938 it was founded.
It's crazy.
So it's like if
Wow.
we can get a legacy like that, I'd be
Potential
be
for
chuffed.
serious scope. Like could
Yeah.
go on for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I think it's a logical idea though. If someone hears about it, it's such a nice, wholesome idea. It's just more people need to hear about it. That's why I wanted to come on. Obviously, I came on late. I mean, I met you last year, but not to the point where I'd come to the walks and stuff. And I just wish I did because you could have took more of a role on. Like even now this year, I'm in like third year studies. Not at times we've taken on more stuff, but like it's a society that I genuinely want to help. And yeah, I feel like if more people hear about it, then more chance of people coming in, getting incentivised like you lot, encouraged to help out more, and then hopefully bring it on next year and carry it on.
Yeah, I think just like long term as well. It's about like trying to just grow it in terms of members that are coming along to each walk, and then also eventually we'd want to expand into events,
Yeah.
and then just working with the university as a whole as well, trying to get our name out there for, we've got the counselling service, things like that. If people are struggling, then I want realistically our name to be something that they can turn to. Obviously we're not there to offer like serious help, but we can just take allow you to take a little bit of a back step from being in the city and just
And we can always
fresh
pass
them on.
pass people on to other services like the counselling service and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if people come to us first, it's a society. We've got other students joining. Going to a counselling service or something is, might be
big
quite
step.
scary.
Yeah.
Daunting,
it's like a
very
steep step,
daunting.
isn't
But
it?
exactly. But if we can, make sure they're okay and then pass them on to the counselling service or other services at the uni,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, like I think obviously when you're in Manchester, you're most of us are away from our families. We don't live here, so
Yeah.
then if you are in a dark place, trying to maybe individually take yourself to get support wouldn't be as easy as coming to meet the lads on Sunday and saying, yeah lads, I feel absolutely crap today, like talking about it a bit, and then like maybe getting, oh well, why don't you do this, mate? Why don't you speak to this person? Or I spoke to this person, or I went to this outreach place and this helped. I think that's why the community spirit of what you have created is so good, because as much as we don't want to, it's not like it's a main subject of today and you come and it's just mental health. But if you have got an issue like that, there's a more likely chance with lads that have the support outlets and have been through what you've been through or can resonate with it and then provide you genuine ideas for support,
Yeah, like it is quite laid back on the actual walks, isn't it? It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like we're pushing like mental health. It's more just we're there for you to talk to, and so is everyone else, and we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah.
It's not like we're a counselling service. It's more just you can come, and it is a safe space to get things off your chest. But we're not trying to put the emphasis on that on the actual walks. Although we will post things on the Instagram like, here's what can help, here's this and that. But on the walks themselves, we try not to really be like, obviously we're talking to everyone. Oh, how are you? How's your week been? Like, what are you up to? But it's not like, what's going on? Is everything okay? It's just
if they want to talk, then they can, but
Yeah.
they're not pressured to at all.
Yeah. It's quite calm and laid back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the first walk, I thought, oh, maybe a couple of lads were a bit quiet or something like that to start with.
Yeah.
And then, you get towards the end, you have a conversation with them, nice, laid back, and yeah, definitely felt welcoming when I first went.
Yeah.
Everyone was being really lovely, because I didn't have I only came knowing that you and James, to be fair, But then I thought like you'd all know each other, but you come into so many new people coming like, oh yeah, it's my first walk. So I mean I've only done 2, so maybe I'm not the best. You can support me for this, but it feels like every time there's always a few new faces and people willing to come. Like we had a couple of international students as well, didn't we, on Sunday, which is nice.
Yeah, we had the exchange students that were only here for like a month as well, things like that.
Yeah.
That's
Only here for a month, and that's what they choose to do with one of the weekends. That's quite good, bro.
Yeah.
It's quite good. What about activities coming up? What can we entice people with? I'm thinking of one particular trip, boys.
Yeah, we're working on a trip.
We've got some big plans, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think we'll try and do one more walk before the end of like the whole like year.
Yeah.
And then when we come back for like the semester 1 final exams, when that's all done and everyone's like dealt with that, then we'll probably try and do like an event where we'll stay overnight somewhere in a hostel. Maybe go out for like a pub, make it a bit more like low key.
Yeah.
And then go up maybe some mountains.
Yeah.
Big stress release after the exams.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah,
really nice.
Looking at Lake District, aren't we? And maybe like Old Man Coniston is looking. It's looking like a nice one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good hostels out there that are just like kind of calm. You can just go and like with a good group of lads, and then have like a nice pub dinner.
Yeah.
Decent night, and then in the morning, just absolutely just smash out like a
a big walk.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, James is correct me from what James is the navigator in the society. I see him finding a lot of the walks, and where do you find them, man? Just like you got some good places.
Well, originally, like especially in the first year, it was just places that I like knew or that I'd done with like my friends and stuff before, and then afterwards, obviously, I'm trying to find fresh things like every week. So then we got the All Trails membership, which was that's been pretty helpful.
Yeah.
And now we've brought on Nathan, who's our events coordinator, and I've left him to choose the next one. So
cool.
Yeah, he does a lot of walks. I was speaking to him, like he messaged me. I regret not going, but he messaged me one day. He was like, "Oh, I'm going up Snowdon at like 6 a.m. You want to come?"
No way.
And I was like, "I'm gonna be way too tired for that." But no, I wish I went.
Oh, yeah, he's that kind of guy.
He's that kind of guy. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
He knows the spots. So I'm glad he's here, and he'll lead us up to some good walks.
Was that like part of his resume for the committee? Like, yeah, I wanted to go Snowdon at 6 a.m. the other day, like spontaneously. Like, yeah, you're the guy.
Dedication.
Yeah, you're the guy for the job.
It's a democratic society. So
voted everyone in.
He was voted
I
in.
thought that was cool. Yeah, I didn't realise that when I applied to the committee, and he was like, "Oh, it's a democratic vote."
Yeah, everyone's got to vote you in.
Yeah, have to do committee elections in April as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, cool.
So we'll be opening that for. for people to sign up for. We need applicants.
When's that? Sorry, in April.
April, yeah, we'll be opening that up
for the committee for the next.
Yeah, to replace us, really. Yeah.
Just getting rid of everyone. I think Phil will be the only one that's eligible for next year.
Yeah, Phil's our only committee member that isn't in final year, so
scary.
He's got a leg up.
Yeah.
Wait, did it have to not be in final year?
Well, yeah, because
we're leaving, aren't we?
No, sorry, I thought it meant like the next year they couldn't be in final year.
Oh no,
yeah,
they can.
What would you say, like individually, like the main benefit you get from the walk?
Time away.
Yeah, time away, definitely.
It's just gotta be like time away, even if you've not got anything bothering you that intensely. It's just so
the hustle and bustle of the city, and then you go out into the countryside, and it's all the green, the rolling hills, the birds singing, like it's just peaceful.
Very different. I think that's it with me. Just being in I grew up in like more of a countryside area, more seaside route, and then when you move to a city, you realise how intense it is just being on concrete all day. It sounds like, a bit cliche and like a bit dramatic, but genuinely when you're like so stressed at uni all the time, then you walk home from uni and just looking around, it's just concrete everywhere.
That's
concrete jungle,
there's no free. It's like no free space,
It's like claustrophobic almost.
Yeah,
it's
and then
like
you get out there,
buildings towering over you,
and
then you go out
for a mile, like
it's
crazy.
like sat on the top of Mam Tor when we were having our lunch the other day, looking over as the clouds started to to as well. It was perfect timing. It was so nice.
Like, everyone just brings like a good lunch.
Like, even if you don't have anything going on, or like you don't want to talk about it, just getting out there and like sitting on a hillside looking over the valley is like, that's all that matters.
It's definitely not going to do any harm at all. Might give you some achy feet on the night, but that's maximum.
Your feet might hurt, but I think it's worth it.
I mean, getting a bit of like activity and exercise is like part of it as well, isn't it? Really, it's
keep you moving.
Keep you moving. Yeah. It's easy to forget, and also like finding time to go to the gym and then paying for a gym membership and all that kind of thing is a lot. And although this isn't really going to be doing like wonders for you, it does feel good to just like have a bit of exertion, tire yourself out a little bit, like just once in a while. It does.
100%, and you definitely
feel good.
the amount of calories you almost burn on that day on that walk, like it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby, who we came with, he was on about it like the amount of calories you burn while walking is so surprising. You'd actually be surprised, you know. You think walking's just walking, but actually insane. So the health benefits for it, for one day anyway, are actually really good.
And scrambling up the side of Winnett's Pass might have burnt a few
Oh
calories.
my
That-
God.
Yeah.
Dropping him
I
into
was
the
going to
deep
say
end.
that was not the plan of the walk, and everyone was like, "Oh, we really want to go up there."
No, but when we did the roaches, we did that as well, didn't we? We were
Yeah.
basically vertical straight up the
Yeah,
side of
it's
the
like-
roaches.
Past 2, it's just been like so intense. It's like,
Dropping him in at the deep
everyone
end.
just
5
looks up.
minutes,
It's like, oh, that's like 400 meters high. Okay,
Yeah,
let's get good.
but then it's so weird because I think people who don't hike a lot, like the newcomers, looked at it. I was like, "We're actually gonna go up that?" I'm like, "Lads, we're not doing some crazy climb or anything. It'll be alright because when you actually get to it,
It's
it's
a
just
lot.
like
Like
walking up.
steps,
It's like
yeah.
steps. It's like walking up like a steep hill. I think that makes it even cooler because you're like looking behind, just slowly, gradually up this big incline,
Mhm.
and you just slowly
'Cause
see it.
Yeah, the sense of accomplishment as well.
Yeah.
When we got to the top of Winnett's Pass and we were looking back down to the car park and everything, it was like, oh, I've just climbed up there. And
Yeah.
that dopamine rush is
Yeah.
great.
It just it feels great when you get up there. You look down. You're like,
I mean,
oh, nice. I
it's
just
like-
did that.
It's like steps as well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you do you climb up Winnett's Pass and then you go up Mam Tor and then you come down the other side and it's like just steps and steps of like feel good,
Yeah.
like accomplishment.
Definitely. Especially like when we're along the walks, you always see them little peaks. And you just like walk along to see if it's even like, oh, is that a steep drop or something like that? But then it's just like hill after hill after hill, but
Yeah.
it looks so steep.
Yeah. I mean, these are like, established paths, and it's mainly like it is kind of steep, but so many people have done it before that these steps kind of get like
They wear
carved
in,
Yeah.
don't
in,
they?
yeah,
Yeah.
they get eroded into the thing.
It's like up the side of Winnett's Pass there was like holes in the ground where people had put their foot
Yeah.
and feet and stuff.
Yeah, I also like what I've noticed. Obviously, you see a lot of people on the walks, families doing the walks and stuff, and they're always like, "Oh, good on you," because they just see us with the litter
Yeah.
picker
Oh,
and the
yeah,
bin.
Yeah, the
yeah.
litter
Yeah.
as well.
Climate
Um,
initiative.
Yeah, the climate initiative that you've took on, which I think is actually really cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was great.
So yeah, do you want to talk about that a bit, Oliver? About
Yeah,
the
yeah,
I
so
um,
this
suppose.
Grant,
So we
Since you're
made
the
our
treasurer.
climate cleanup initiative.
that's the one.
Is that what we called
CCI.
it? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got a nice ring to it, that actually.
Yeah.
Sold really well.
Yeah. We essentially got like a grant of funding to be able to like spend on all stuff that would do to like change the society and make it a bit more climate friendly, really.
Yeah.
One of the main things is that like getting minibuses, so we're not using just our own cars, and then we could take more people on it. Now we've got like a higher ticket maximum like count that we can achieve.
that doubled up really nicely, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
The minibus
Um,
was cool, man.
It's even
It's fun to
it's
drive.
good vibes. Isn't
Good
it? Everyone's
vibes,
just
yeah.
in the back of the minibus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the secondary one is like we go around picking up the litter, so we'd go and essentially leave the walk better than we found it.
Mm.
And on the past 2 ones, we probably picked up about 2.
Yeah, 2 bags each
Yeah,
one.
so
like,
two
it's
70
like
litre bags,
70
wasn't it?
litre bags. Like people,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be surprised. Like I think, especially when you're looking for it, you know,
Exactly.
so much
You
more.
notice it so much more.
There is a lot of like just rubbish up there. Like
Mainly tissues.
mainly
Why there's
tissues.
So many tissues.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it's not the worst one, but like I'm sure they biodegrade, but it's still just like it's not nice. Like when you're like walking up and you're trying to enjoy the nature, and then there's just like some rubbish there
Yeah.
and there, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
But again, that feeds into the feel good thing. It's like, oh, I'm helping the environment whilst I
Yeah.
do this as well.
everything just feels good when you come back, because it is like everything that you've done that day has just been like beneficial.
It's like, yeah, I've achieved something today. I've done something.
yeah,
Been there, done your good deed for the day.
yeah,
Um,
literally.
Exactly.
I think what made it, what I realised when you're picking up all, when it's your turn to pick up the litter and you're going around actually looking for it and you notice that much of it, it's like almost like maybe we all, whoa, that definitely did not sound good. It's like you're building ignorance to even seeing it, because like you're like, how are I noticing all this litter before?
Mhm.
Like, it stresses how normalised it is and just how like there's just
Yeah.
so much of it. So I think, I was so surprised how many bin bags we get.
Yeah,
Like,
literally
2
filling
full
them.
bin
It got
bags.
really heavy at one
Yeah,
point.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
like
yeah.
no one thought about having to carry them 10 kilometres,
Yeah, we've got some. We're buying some things to help sort that out.
Yeah, because
so-
you attached it to your bag last time, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
which
had
does
it on
help.
your back.
That does help a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it's good, honestly, that we got the minivans as well. For some
Mm.
reason, we've got awful luck whenever we do these events. Like last year, I got a flat tire, And then this year,
Yeah.
Ollie got a flat tire on one of them.
Mhm.
Well, even in the minivan,
You got
like,
rear-ended
I
last time.
got rear-ended in
Yeah,
the minivan
well,
last walk. Had to get out. I was like, oh, for God's sake, it's a rental and sort out all that. It's just another
Was it
layer.
all right in the end?
Yeah, just
Okay.
well, yeah. We'll see. I'm not an email yet, so it's only on Sunday.
see.
But
No
But-
news is good news.
no news is
Yeah.
good news.
Literally, the cat's saying it's not your fault, bro. He went into the back of you.
Yeah, I was literally
Um,
stopped. I was literally letting traffic through. Then like 9 people in the van. I was like,
But yeah, no one was hurt, guys. It's alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
everyone was
Yeah,
fine.
no one gets hurt on these walks.
yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's.
no.
Specify.
I feel like we've made him sound really wild. yeah,
They're
he-
crazy.
yeah, it sound like climbing Everest or something.
The guy was very like.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah, it was totally my fault. Probably because there was nine lads in the van. He was like, you're
Yeah.
not going to start anything. Yeah, it was my bad.
That'd be the worst one for him. Is that I've just crashed into a higher van.
Yeah,
With
a
just
higher van with
loads of
nine
people.
dudes.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna get the friendly like, oh, don't worry about it, mate. Is it?
Yeah, I got out and I
Um,
was like, yeah, mate, it's a rental. I'm screwed.
How can we just for anyone listening, how can people join our society? What have we got available to listeners?
Yeah, do you want
Yeah,
to
well,
let either of you guys take
we've
it?
got the
Talk about-
Instagram.
Yeah, the
Literally
Instagram's
just
the
step
best.
one. Follow us. Keep up to date what we're getting
And what's
done.
the app?
Oh, the app.
The
At.
app.
Men's
the
mental
app.
health
Oh,
walks.
sorry. Yeah. Men's mental.
Men's
health walks.
mental health walks.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
Our email is also that@gmail.com as
Yeah,
well.
literally.
And we have our society page on the Students' Union website as well.
Yeah, so there's a link to that on the Instagram, or if you search in like men's mental or literally mental
I think
health,
just walks as well.
literally just walks like
Yeah.
anything. We're like the only society that does
How much
any-
is membership?
anything.
It's like free, isn't it?
The membership's completely free.
Yeah.
Like the only society associated
Yeah.
to walking.
Yeah, I think we're like the only like
I
proper
think there is a
mental health.
hiking one.
There's a hiking one.
There's,
but
there's
if-
hikes and stuff like that, yeah,
Yeah.
but there's no.
If you put in like mental
walk
health, we
one.
should be like the first thing that comes
Yeah.
up.
But we normally have our tickets for the walks at quite a cheap price, just so everyone can afford it. Essentially, there's like
Yeah.
it's like £4 max or something
yeah,
like that.
this year it's been £4. I mean, it tends to get funded by that grant that we've got, and the
Mhm.
money really should be going kind of towards that. We kind of want to make the trip after the exams as cheap as possible, really. So hopefully that should kind of take the burden off that a bit and try
Yeah.
and do it a bit cheaper than what it actually costs.
So free membership and cheap walks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
not the downside.
And
to that.
spare walking boots as well.
Exactly, we buy walking
Yeah.
boots for
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
that doesn't have them in,
Yeah.
in a range of
Definitely needed.
sizes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Definitely.
I'll stress that enough. I've got them twice now, both walks.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
And-
lifesaver though, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
last time I was like, oh, you know, I'll be alright, And then after you walk up the hill, I'm like, if I had
You
trained
do
or something like
need
that, I
them.
would have slipped.
You really need.
So again,
Um,
that's going back to the CCI, the climate initiative.
Yeah,
it's like
second-hand boots.
second-hand boots. They're not going to landfill or anything. We're
Mm.
repurposing them.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think it's good with the environmental thing because you can just think on and on, come up with loads of different new
There's
ideas,
a million. things.
Yeah.
especially when we're
Yeah.
in we're in actual nature. Yeah, what's been your favourite guys' walk so far? And because I didn't come to any of them last year. I've literally been to 2, so you can
Yeah.
enlighten me.
No, I think it was not the one that just happened, but the one just before
The
that.
roaches.
The roaches.
The
was
roaches was
amazing.
really
You were on it.
beautiful,
You were
yeah.
on it. That was honestly the best one.
What, the last one?
Not yeah.
The first one you went on.
Yeah, yeah.
Lodge Church.
That's what I meant.
That
It's
was
so beautiful.
Yeah, that was
Wonderful.
beautiful.
It's
There.
gorgeous.
Like everyone had a good time. The weather held out for like most of it,
Yeah, it was only rainy when we were actually up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
and we saw some sick climbers as well. There was people like doing
Yeah,
charge
it's
climbing on the
crazy.
thing. That was just a great walk. I had a really good time.
I remember that I'd been like going on an incline for quite a while. And then when we got to the top, I was enjoying the view, and then I just couldn't believe my eyes. You see like two little heads just pop up off the edge, and then come over, like trickle rope over, and like come over. I'm like, have you just climbed up that? They're like, yeah. And you all climb. I don't know.
I don't
you
climb,
climb
no.
that, but you two climb, and you're there just like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? That's crazy
nothing
for me
off
to
it,
see.
Yeah, I was
Absolutely
baffled. I was
mental.
like watching these guys come up the side of
Yeah.
the mountain. I was like, Jesus.
And when we're going through the woods as well, and I looked up to the right, and it was like,
Yeah,
I just spotted 2 people casually climbing this stupid gradient, and then you were telling me about anchoring,
Mhm.
and that to me just sounds like where it does not sound
putting your
safe.
trust in someone else.
Yeah,
It's sketch.
Yeah.
but it's cool to see, really cool to see,
Yeah.
and I liked when we went in between the rocks as well. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lud-
Lodge
that's
Church.
Lud's Church.
Mm.
Yeah, so
That
I
was
went back
just
there
gorgeous.
this weekend to do some photography there as
Oh
well.
yeah, he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zach was loving it so much. He had
Yeah.
to do it
Mm.
twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach's loving the site that much. He had 2 walks in 1 weekend.
I
Yeah,
know.
literally.
and then a gig on Sunday, man.
Yeah,
Holy-
18k steps on Saturday, 22 on Sunday.
Oh, I'm glad we beat your steps on Saturday with the walk on Sunday. You know,
Yeah,
we've got
I know,
to stay
yeah.
number one. Like.
Yeah.
I love documenting the walks though as well. It's so fun just
Yeah.
taking all the photos of the lads.
Well, that is the thing we do get. We do get like usually. I think every walk you've had a few members from the Photo Society.
Yeah, I'm the plug of the
yeah.
Photography Society.
Yeah, and
Making sure everyone's joining.
And the photos are cool too. The black and white ones last time looked, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, we get some really. Yeah,
And the angles you get as well, pretty cool, man. It's nice to have that. You know, it complements the site very well.
Mhm.
Going on hikes, seeing beautiful landscapes, and then we also have Zach with photography. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then it's just about as well making it like super easy. Like you buy that ticket, all you've got to do is be in
turn up,
Fallowfield campus at 10 a.m. and the rest of the day is done. Like
Yeah.
I'd just bring some layers and some food,
Water.
but water
Plenty of
is a
water.
big one.
Yeah.
But it's literally so easy, and that's kind of the point. Is it's meant to be like such a stress-free thing. So you literally rock up, like for people that are considering it and would be a newcomer. If you can make it to Fallowfield for 10 a.m., you can come on a walk, and even if you can't, message us and we'll see. We try to accommodate, so we might be able to give someone a lift from elsewhere, really.
Yeah.
But literally, you just rock up. It's just everyone gets in cars and
Yeah.
vans. It's all
And
it's
we
all
sort
organised.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we know the way. Get there. We have a walk in mind. We've got a route. And
There's not much thinking to the day.
You don't
literally
have
just
to
get there,
just follow the group.
James. Yeah.
You just gotta follow the group and stick with everyone, and then it's just like that's the thing is that you don't have to worry about where you're going or anything. You can just talk to people and just chill out and like, do what you want, and then we'll come back round to the car park after a few hours and that's it, and we'll head home.
Yeah. And it's like we don't rush through anything either. It's
No,
like, take everything at the pace that you want to take it at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
like,
like
stopping off for lunch and stuff.
yeah, it's like not follow the leader. It's more like follow whoever's like at the back, really, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like
follow the group.
no
but-
one's running off into the distance, or
Yeah.
some people do, and then I chase after them.
In the fog when you almost left me behind
Mm.
because someone said that they were
Yeah.
the last people.
It was so hard, yeah. Literally, I was like, "Are you guys the last four?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, cool." Did the head count? I was like, "Right, well, there's either 4 people miles ahead or 4 people behind." And then the wind just took the fog, and it turns out you guys were only like 10 meters behind.
Yeah,
the
we
fog
were
was just that
quite
big,
close behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
They like pulled back the curtains almost. It's quite cool. That.
The fog was crazy.
The fog was really fun to walk through.
Yeah.
It was nice. It made like, shit. Cut that bit out.
Genuine James, you're comfortable. It's all right, man. But yeah, the fog was like literally just being in a cloud, just literally looking around. It's all white. I thought it was actually really
Mhm.
cool.
Mm.
I was being a bit negative. I was seeing the fog start. I was like, how can I see no view?
Yeah.
But then you get up there, I was like, this is a weird vibe. Like,
It's,
quite
it's such a
eerie,
cool
yeah,
experience.
quite eerie.
It
Yeah.
is eerie, but it's
Honestly,
it's a
in,
nice
in all
feeling.
weather, it's pretty good. Like when it was raining up the roaches, I didn't even mind it. that
No, I
much.
didn't mind it at all.
I was just like the rain coming down, you know, looking over the valleys and
Yeah, I mean-
everything. It's lovely.
I think, that
As long as
com-
you
I think that comes down to being like dressed appropriately.
Well,
as long
of
as
course.
you've got a
Literally,
waterproof
yeah.
Like
As long as
Na-
you've got
like
a waterproof
Nathan
coat,
was
it's
top.
fine.
Oh my god. Our events coordinator, everybody, who did not bring a coat.
For the first walk, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
And then I was like, right, from now on, you are wearing a coat.
Yeah,
Because,
it had jeans on as well. and
yeah,
it's
lead
just-
by
Just a
example.
jumper.
Yeah, please don't wear trainers to our walks.
Yeah.
He was fine though. He didn't seem bad at all. He didn't mind. I didn't even mind about
Oh,
it.
he was alright. I walked up Mam Tor in just my shirt. I was too warm after
Oh, yeah,
climbing
'cause
up
you
when it's
start
past.
sweating, even when
Yeah.
it is raining.
Yeah.
Like, just
Because it's so humid, so the
Yeah.
sweat has nowhere to go either. It doesn't even evaporate, so you just
like,
walk.
high altitude as well.
Yeah.
Air
It was
is
off within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally.
I was literally in a t-shirt and like my thermal top, and I was hot in that for ages.
Yeah. Literally.
But it's weird because at the same time I've got a massive coat in my bag and a jacket that like you're definitely gonna need at some point. It's like a proper mix of layers all day type of thing.
Yeah, definitely a layers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like we were saying with the walks, we're not there to be the main like centre for support. We're more like you come to us and then we can push you in the right direction, whatever it is.
Yeah,
And
but you can always talk to us as well.
Yeah, we got Phil now, so if you guys see a friendly guy called Philip on the walks,
Mhm.
he is our new wellbeing officer. He's the guy he's got all the knowledge. He knows the resources, so
Point of contact for any
he's the point of
mental
contact.
well-being.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
guy. He's the guy you need to talk to. He's on top of everything. And also he's such a sweetheart. Like
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
talk to Philip, you know.
And
he's
there's
lovely.
plenty of spaces that you need, or like different services that you can use. Like the Student Sport Hub.
Student Sport Hub.
There's a 24-hour helpline as well.
24-hour helpline, counselling, mental health services are there,
Yeah.
and obviously if it is serious, there is crisis and emergency support there. And I have got a list that actually Phil has sent me for some of the ones. So we got 42nd Street Charity he endorses, which is just a charity, but it's focused on young people between 13 and 25. So
Cool.
most people who are coming on the walks should be within that age range, I would expect.
So.
We've got the address and everything. There'll be a post on the Instagram.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
we're
going to make a post on
Yeah,
that
we're
as
going to
well.
push these.
Yeah.
Papyrus Suicide Prevention Hotline as well, he's put out there, which he endorses. Anything he's endorsing, I'm backing as well, because I trust the guy. And Manchester Mind as well.
I was going to say Mind is a good charity.
Yeah, he really recommended that one. He said, yeah, it's independent, and there's local places you can go. And then he sent me some more light-hearted ones, which are quite nice as well. We got the puppy yoga in Manchester.
Whoa, that's
which
Oh, yeah.
I've not done yet, but I think I would actually like to go to
Yeah,
that. Looks
no,
like
no,
it's
There's a
awesome.
thing at my accommodation where you could do that. I think it was probably collaborated with that.
Yeah, they do. I've seen them. They do it in the Students' Union, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe not in the Students' Union, but through the Students' Union, they do it.
Should definitely organise one of them.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
all of us
yeah.
just rock up.
Yeah.
Poor dogs. And then he also the Cat Cafe in Manchester, which I also kind of find a
I
good
still
one.
need to go there as well. I know there's one in Liverpool.
Yeah,
I
hopefully he's not
realised there's
talking about the
Manchester.
one in Affleck's, because that's not the right kind of.
Right kind of cat.
That's not the right one. Don't go there.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like potential people wanting to come to the society too, it's like, to come to everyone who's going, for whatever reason, everyone's going to support and to support the cause in a way. So like anyone who comes, even if you don't have any issues or well-minded and you're not struggling, it's still nice to come along and just support people who might be.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that was mostly my idea, like coming along, just supporting people.
Yeah. Giving that shoulder to lean on.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even just the numbers, like having like a large group just shows the support that's there for it.
Yeah.
So even if you're just coming along just to come along, then
Yeah.
like the more tickets we're selling, you're funding the future of the society, and also it's like you're being a part of what it is, and you're there to talk to as much as anyone else in the committee even, and it's just it's a nice community that everyone that we've built, and it just makes everyone feel like very comfortable to talk to each other. And
Yeah,
that's
there's 19 of us last.
19 people and 26 ticket sales. Where was everyone?
Yeah, where'd
Well,
we
Andy
go?
was out at 3 in the
Yeah,
morning. so
yeah,
he
well,
didn't
yeah.
come.
People
And
going
Alfie-
out. That's the
Alfie
problem.
was
Sunday
last.
morning.
Yeah.
That might be a thing too. Like, you don't want people to feel uncomfortable before coming.
No.
I feel like I can't think of a more welcoming space I've ever really experienced than just a load of lads, accepting, come on a walk, I'm up feeling a bit like this or down, but we'll just go walk in the peaks. Very, very welcoming.
Such a good vibe.
Yeah.
So,
It's such a good
And
vibe.
there's if you're a new, don't feel pressured. There's going to be more new people on the walks. Like there's at least 2 or 3 new faces each
There's
time.
Always a fresh face.
Yeah.
There's always. I don't think there's been a single one. Even when we were just starting out last year and there wasn't that many people, I don't think there was a single walk where there wasn't someone that I had to like introduce myself to, or like
Yeah.
or like, oh, what's your name, mate? What's going on? How are you?
yeah.
Like, and then now this year we're a bit larger, and there's definitely new faces every time. I would say like a minimum like of 3 or 4.
I was going to
each
say there was
time.
quite a few on
Oh.
Sunday, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't even recognise anyone anymore. I'm lost. I feel like I'm meant to know everyone as well.
So many new faces.
Yeah, I feel
it's a lot of pressure to learn everyone's name. and
Yeah, I've
stuff,
got to remember
but
like 20 days.
even
of
if you
stuff.
don't know people's names, just talking to them about stuff. Like I think there was people on the walk that I didn't know their name. I didn't know
Yeah.
what course they did, but I could just chat to them like
Yeah, literally.
like I've known them for years.
It doesn't even matter, does it? Like,
Yeah.
That's such a good thing, isn't it? Is that everyone's just there to just chat and just have a good time with it. It doesn't really even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. No one really. It's not that deep if you
Yeah,
don't want to say
it's not
like
that
what you
deep.
do. And then you don't even have to You don't even have to go to the University of Manchester.
No.
Like we had
Yeah.
some people that don't even go to uni, but just like
Yeah,
lads who
Man
want to come.
Met, yeah.
People that are at Man Met. People
Yeah,
that don't
because
go
we
to
have
uni.
the affiliation membership things as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
so,
we've got affiliation membership.
so if you're at like Salford or the Metropolitan Uni, then
Well,
you can join as well.
Just a young lad, really, like.
Yeah, you can get a guest.
Yeah, you can get a
Ship
guest
thing
one.
as
Like you don't even have to be in higher education. You can just come along because
It's open to everyone.
that's what it's meant to be. That is how it
Yeah.
should be, and that's what
Yeah,
that's what
it's
we're
like-
trying to do.
It goes back to how you started it. You just
Yeah,
grab some mics, three boys, you chilling.
yeah. Well, when we made it, we
Why
weren't
not make this
thinking,
bigger?
let's make a society for the University of Manchester. Let's make a society that is just a society that does this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing with the inclusions and everything, is that we're trying to make everyone feel welcome. It's not just, we're not trying to focus it towards anyone really. And that's also like a good thing with the international students as well.
Yeah.
I think that's such a hard thing to do. I don't know if I'd be able to even do that, like moving
No.
somewhere completely new, not knowing anyone.
Yeah.
Like I think ours is a good space to make some friends, and because everyone's just nice.
Yeah,
And just
definitely.
also like experience some more of England outside of the city.
Explore
Yeah.
the country,
Like-
yeah.
If you're flying over to a new country, let's say you come from China or Malaysia, something like that.
Yeah.
You fly over to this new country and you're in the hustle and bustle of a city with a language that you don't know, and something like that, and just getting out into nature and seeing like the other side of the country.
Yeah,
It's
there
quite
is
nice.
two massive sides to England, really, isn't there? It's
Yeah.
like complete polar
Yeah.
opposites, but it's. I feel that's every country. That every country's got a countryside,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
ours, I think, is especially beautiful. So
Yeah.
I like to get people
Unbiased
out there to it. Yeah,
Especially some of the walks that we do on.
yeah. We choose
Yeah.
some good ones. We
Yeah.
choose some good ones. Yeah.
So
We have got some bangers.
that's what like following on from the international stuff, and that's what's also so welcoming about is like how many different personalities you get on the walks.
Yeah,
So there's like loads of different types of people, like but we're all just one for one day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it don't like
Breaking down
I wouldn't
barriers.
want people who maybe 7 people didn't turn up the other day. Like if anyone's there like, oh, I don't know if to come or is nervous to come, which is completely justified. You're gonna go to an event and meet loads of people you don't know. Fair enough to be nervous a bit, but you're not going to be out of place at all. It's
No,
impossible to
you
be
won't
out
be
of
the only one.
place.
Yeah, the whole
on
thing's so
them walks.
welcoming.
Yeah.
There's a real sense of like
yeah.
camaraderie when
I
you
was
get to
gonna
the
say,
end.
If
Yeah.
everyone's different, then no one's out of place. If you're all
Yeah.
out of place.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah, there you go.
I think even us for this day, I think we're all very different people.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we're all
Oh, I
managed
agree,
to
yeah.
get together on a Sunday and have a
Sam was
mid-walk.
looking at me.
Because that cannot be associated with him. Yeah, very
That does
different.
not know how he got here.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, James. What does men's bit of a broad question?
Yeah.
What does men's mental health mean to you?
For me right now, it's breaking down a stigma. Really, it's making people feel comfortable to get help. Like, everyone. It's been a lot of years of you be manly and man up and that kind of thing, and it's not okay for like men to cry or this, and it's just breaking down that stigma and allowing people to feel comfortable to reach out, because
100%.
the support is there and it has been there. And the problem is people not going to get that support and not get that help, or feel like if they do, they're going to be looked at differently because of it.
Yeah.
And it's breaking down that stigma of, but we're all in the same boat. Like it's I'm not going to judge you, you wouldn't judge me, and that's the point. Is that everyone should be able to feel comfortable just getting that help, because the resources are there now, they really are there. So it is just about, I think, breaking down that stigma, making men just feel comfortable to reach out, and just in general and a broad range, just everyone should be kind of supporting each other, and it is just about calling your friends and stuff and just
Yeah.
checking in on them, really.
You're always told to man up or something.
Mhm.
That's the kind of societal norm, I suppose. But
Yeah.
again, like you said, breaking down the stigma, making sure you go and if you're caring for other people, you need to make sure that you're cared for and your mental health is okay as
Yeah.
well as everyone else's.
Is that sense, isn't it, where it's like, just kind of from like, it's so far on out, but it's like men should be like the provider and then not need that for them. But
Yeah.
we're way past that now, as like, just in general as a society, we're so far past that, where it's like, so why should it stay like that in just certain specific things, like getting help as a male? Like,
Yeah.
But I've always thought with that as well, because that's what loads of men fall into, right? I mean, women have responsibilities too, nothing like that. But when you have a lot of responsibility, you think, yeah, I need to provide for people. I don't have time for myself. I need to do this. I need to do that. But if you just take a step back for a second, surely you providing for other people, that includes you looking after yourself so you can keep doing that. And I think that's what people forget. They have all these responsibilities, just maybe self-responsibilities with studies. Oh, I need to be doing this. I need to be going to the gym. I've got this responsibility. You need to do this essay. But part of like being good and being able to do all that is also taking time to care for yourself, so you don't crash out, you don't burn out.
Yeah.
Keeping some normality and balance in your life at least.
Yeah. I mean,
And I think sorry. go
Yeah,
on.
I was gonna say there's so much pressure. You don't want to let the pressure cooker explode.
Yeah.
to perform at your best, you need to be feeling at your best, really. Like,
Yeah.
that goes for pretty much everything, but especially when it comes to mental health, that's like your whole life. If you're struggling with mental health, just everything else around you just doesn't feel as rewarding or as easy as it should do.
I think I've seen learn to rest, not to quit. I thought
Yeah,
that was good. You
I
know,
like
learn
that.
to take
Well, I
some
like
time
that,
out,
Mm-hmm.
rest, and then come back to it. I think a lot of people think, oh, you know, I think I can speak for students, you know, applying for internships, grad schemes, jobs in general. You can, especially with the job market right now, so much pressure, and it's like a rat race. It's awful. So people would think maybe, you know, if they took the Sunday out to go for a walk instead of smashing out those applications, then that's not good. But no, it's learning to rest and then go back to it. You know, feeling comfortable, like you say, James, to take that time out and then reevaluate your head a bit and then come back to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For you?
I mean, especially for me, like, not to discredit women's mental health, but I think men's mental health specifically needs like addressing, just because, like, as you said, like, there isn't that, it doesn't seem like there's that support network,
Yeah.
but making that available and making it approachable for just anyone. And that's like the main reason why our membership is just completely free, and it's like a subsidized ticket cost, just so it's like so cheap and available for anyone just to come and feel like they've got that community and environment just to talk about the struggles that they're going on, or even just to meet new faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I was quoting Stephen Bartlett then, by the way. I don't want to rob the quote. I can't take credit for it. You know? I've got to give credit where credit is
Put it in
due.
the citation.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say,
That-
cite and reference at the bottom.
That man's a modern day prophet, man. But
I just think just getting past it and just like I think it will happen, but like it's just like when you look at the facts and figures, it is a crisis right
Yeah.
now. Like, it is really bad.
It's like 3 times as
Yeah,
many men
yeah,
commit suicide compared to women or something.
it's
like
crazy.
that.
I mean, just while we've been talking, like the numbers will be ridiculous.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just so it's just about making people feel welcome and yeah, breaking down stigma. Like, it is okay, and like if you do need to talk to someone, just talk to someone. No one is like looking at you expecting more. No one's expecting more.
No.
That is just what you should be. You look out for yourself first, and then you can help other people. But if you're not feeling tip top, then how can you really be expected to
Yeah.
do everything else?
And how can we help with that?
Yeah, and how can we help with that?
Yeah.
and we can push you in the right direction, but there is a lot of great resources out there. Whether you look at it on your own research or you come and talk to us or Phil, you know, the resources are out there and they are good. They
And
are
it's
really
like
good.
getting out of your comfort zone as well. If you know, say you have like a mental health issue, you're feeling down or something like that, it's like pushing yourself to come on a walk on a Sunday morning. Most people are in bed or like sleeping on a 10 a.m. on a Sunday. But
Yeah.
actually pushing yourself to get up early and, you know, get out into nature is
Mhm.
such a good feeling.
It's so easy to just say, like, oh no, I'll go to the next one. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, definitely getting out of your comfort zone is very important, I think.
Oh yeah,
I think, not to be morbid, but going back to the crisis, James, that always gives me goosebumps. Like, you know, I'm not unfortunate events that happen with men, like a week and a day. Like, even while we're sat here, like, unfortunately, like, something bad's probably happened. And I feel like, I don't know if you might know people or you might have resonations with, like, you know, suicide rates and stuff, and it's just, I almost feel helpless in a sense. It's like, this is such a big issue, like, we need to do something at least to try to combat it. And yeah, I mean, this for me, it's just nice for me to know in my head. I mean, you know, you can always do loads more, but at least I've supported something that I generally think is such an awful problem that should not be happening.
Yeah, I mean, just getting involved. It's just important for just as many people to get involved as possible. Like, just showing support and like showing that, even if you just say you're like following our Instagram and someone sees that, they're like, oh, okay, well, this is someone that I didn't expect who would have that sensitive side or something like that.
Yeah.
But everyone has that really, and it's kind of everyone puts up that wall that is just not necessary anymore. So
Yeah.
it's just getting past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in high school we had a project. I can't remember what that's probably year 11 or year 10. We had a project in English where we had to make a presentation on something that we were quite passionate about, and I did mine on men's mental health. And it was like, the posters that I made for the society with the statistics and stuff like that. I included a lot of that in my presentation, and my English teacher like shed a tear because she was like, that that's such like a important issue to talk about, but it's just not being spoken about as it should be.
That's nice. That just like that's what I mean is like she probably didn't even realise. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then you see the statistics and it is like, wow, all right, yeah, this is a problem. This is something that needs to be addressed like now.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this is a step in the right direction with this society, but we are a very small part of it, and there's a lot of other groups and things that are doing things, and that is good. Is that even though there is a lot of small groups out there, that's almost the best part. Is that there is people everywhere in every part of the country that are noticing the problem, are getting involved, are starting things, are growing things, and it's just really nice
Just
to see.
getting the ball rolling.
Literally, it's so nice to see.
Yeah. Anything's better than nothing. Like you spending £4 on coming to men's mental health walks on a Sunday or something. That's still your little bit. I mean, if we had the whole country doing a little bit, how much better off would we be?
Mm-hmm.
This has been Manchester Voices. Thanks for listening to our podcast from Men's Mental Health Walks.
Yeah. Declan, thank you very much for being more of a
No
host on this one.
worries,
It's been good. Outreach officer, everyone.
Thank
you,
you.
James.
Yeah. I've been James. I'm the president of the Men's Mental Health Walks. If you ever need to talk to me.
Mm-hmm. I've been Oliver, treasurer.
Yeah.
I've been Zach, inclusions officer.
Cool. Yeah, definitely something new to do that way, boys. Yeah,
Yeah.
an experience, to say the least.
Yeah.
So,
Just to remind you, give us a follow.
Yeah.
Men's Mental Health Walks
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Send us an email if you need to do that. Send us a DM if you
And
want.
the society's page as well. Get
Yeah.
involved.
Get
Free
involved.
membership. You should join.
Yeah, and then you'll get emails from us, keeping you up to date.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Come for a walk, man. It's simple.
Come for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
See you there.
thank you for listening. See you at the next one.
If you've got a topic you want us to discuss, drop us a message on Instagram at officialuom and mention Manchester Voices. Our jingle was created by student Maisie Illul.